From the Glen Oak Zoo, and here with some of the best animals.
Okay.
So if you please welcome Mary Jo Stearns and Barb Jesse.
Yay!
How you doing?
Fine, how are you?
Pretty good.
You guys have a good time, don't you?
Yeah, oh yeah. So what all neat things have you brought for us tonight?
Well, I brought a couple of snakes. Little bitty snakes here.
What are you looking for, John?
She's opening the lid.
These are little baby boas. They're 2 weeks old.
There's two of them there?
There are two of them here.
Wow.
And they're just two weeks old. They can bite. They've already shed once, which means after they shed, then they're ready to eat. So, these are constrictors. These are boa constrictors. These are your common boa constrictors that you see in the pet stores and so forth. And then we brought another snake.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my god! John.
Are we gonna let
This is Spike.
Spike.
This is Spike. Spike is a big snake. Spike is a Burmese python. He's in the same family as the little boas, but this is what happens when you buy a baby boa in the store and you think it's a cute little thing. This is what you get in about 5 years. And he eats rabbits, chickens. He eats full-grown rats. They're very expensive to feed, and we like to tell people that if you're in the pet store and you have a hankering to buy a snake, please don't do it, because we end up with it because they eat a lot more than you think and they're a lot harder to take care of. These animals they cannot regulate their own temperature, so you have to be very careful how you keep them. They're not the easiest thing.
How much like a food would they eat in one day?
Well, this guy could probably eat a small pig, or he could eat 3 or 4 chickens at one time, or he could eat... Oh, no. That's the nice thing about snakes, is that they can eat, they don't have to eat every day. They have a very low metabolism, so they don't have to eat very often. But, you know, it's,
Now is
you just handle them a lot. If you want to use them for things like this, then you handle them quite a bit. And once they get used to being handled, if you can't just get a large snake in and then bring it on TV. Yeah. But these guys will handle these little ones for a long time, and then they'll be used for programs like this.
Now, would this big one recognize a stranger? If you held out a strange hand?
Oh no, they're not.
Is it white?
Not really. They're not particularly smart, like that. They don't have that kind of. They're not like a mammal or a bird.
They don't have a memory then, so that's good.
Well, no, not really.
What about their sense of smell? They would not recognize a strange smell?
Well, I say that now if you had one for years as a pet, I'm sure he knows your smell, but I don't think you would see a reaction probably to a stranger. But I'm sure that a pet would know its owner's smell, yes, its individual smell.
This one we use for programs a lot, and he's used to a lot of different people. So.
Oh yeah, they love to be warm. He's a little cool, as a matter of fact, back there. He feels a little cool. And then the warmer it is, the more active they get. But they're really nice snakes. They're pretty snakes, as you can see. And these little boas will be real pretty when they get bigger. They're pretty now.
Why do they wrap themselves around each other?
Well, that's the way they go to each other for comfort, because they're usually, when they're little like this, they're in like a little pile in a nest.
Oh, so they're friends.
Yeah, they're friends, and they just want to coil around something.
How many are there?
2.
Oh.
She had
different color.
That's just a color variation. They just shed, so they're brighter than when they were born. She had 23 babies.
23 babies.
She had 23 babies.
So since it does cost a lot to keep, what do you do with
We'll sell most of them, and we'll probably keep about 4 for education and for on display. But we'll sell the rest of them.
That's pretty interesting. Yeah, that is a big snake. That
How much does it weigh?
He's looking
How
at
much?
the
Yeah,
baby.
how much does that weigh?
Well, the reptile keeper told me this morning that he weighed 45 pounds, but I think Barb will tell you he weighs
He's
more than that.
probably 60 to 65 pounds.
Yeah, I think he
He's
was hard to
low.
get in here.
He's a low to haul.
Besides being sort of expensive and hard to take care of, are they sort of any dangerous at all?
Oh, he could definitely be dangerous. He can anything that can open its mouth to accommodate a large pig is going to give you a bad bite. If he bites, he will give you a bad bite if he wanted to bite you. But see they have what they do is unhinge their jaws so that their mouth can accommodate large prey. The top jaw actually becomes unhinged and they just open up and it's flexible.
Ah,
You ever see
Good question.
One eat, like, how long does it, like when it takes a pig or something, how long does it take to digest it so the big boy?
There's a big lump in there for quite a while.
oh, when
At least,
it
yeah.
eats, there's a big lump. Okay.
Yeah, well, you can tell when he's eating. He'll get about twice the size in the middle, or about a third. Their stomachs are about a third of the way down.
Are they full right now?
No, you don't.
Oh, great.
No, because we didn't want him to do anything
Oh,
nasty.
great.
Nasty in front of the camera, you know.
Okay.
So we didn't feed him.
Okay. Did you bring some other stuff?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
As a matter of fact.
Let's talk to the animals.
Is that Zoo for You show still on? New Zoo Review?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, let's see. Got something back I was
This-
afraid of.
Yeah, this guy is a.
Oh.
This is a pygmy hedgehog, tenrec.
Aww.
He is cute. He's from the island of Madagascar, and he lives in his little pot here most of the time. He's a nocturnal animal, so when you bring him out like this in the day, he's a little confused. But he has these very sharp little spines.
Yes.
Yeah, that's his defense. He can roll up in a ball.
Similar to like a porcupine there.
A lot like a porcupine in that when he is attacked by a predator, he can hide all of his vulnerable parts, his head and his feet,
Oh, okay.
and he rolls all up, and then there's nothing exposed other than the little spines. And these are really interesting little animals. This is a little male, and it's hard to tell a male from a female, other than when he gets real upset, which I hope he doesn't. Can you see his face? I hope you can see his face.
Yeah.
Then he shoots the stuff out of his eyes, and males do that. That's one of the ways you can tell that they're males.
What did he shoot out?
Little, that's white stuff that comes out of his eyes when he
Oh,
gets
just-
mad.
Oh, okay.
So they're real interesting
What's
that way.
what's
Why would he get? If I were to handle him too much, or if there were another male right here,
what is the diet of something like that?
he eats. In the wild, he's what they call an insectivore. He eats insects. But at the zoo, we give him live insects. We give him crickets. We give him mealworms. We give him waxworms, and we give him a little meat and some vegetable material.
Oh,
He's great.
question here.
Oh,
Would the snake eat that?
Would the snake eat that?
probably not. Unless he was. A snake might eat one of these if they were really hungry, but it would not be very pleasant going down.
Oh.
Damage. Well, good. We have the.
And we also have a bird for you, if I can get him back in his.
That's a little bird.
Just a little one.
Just a little guy.
Oh my God.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I can't get rid of the tenrec. Wait. Yeah, this bird's not too. He likes Barb better than he does me, so I don't know what he's gonna do here. Come on, Captain. You want to sit down too? This is Cap. See, he likes Barb a lot. You can just sit down with him.
Yeah.
This is Captain. He's a year old. He's a macaw. Macaws are from South America and Central America. And he was hand-raised, so he's real imprinted on people. He likes people a lot. You can see that beak. Yeah, he breaks nuts, Brazil nuts, and walnuts and so forth with that beak. It's very strong. Break your finger. break the bone in your finger if he chomps down on it. He's his name is Captain because his other two friends that he lives with at the zoo are named Major and General. So he's Captain. He does talk a little bit.
Hello. Can you say hello? Hello. Hello.
He's not going to talk. He's shy.
Hello.
But now you talk about recognizing people. See, he doesn't want, I don't handle him. Barb handles him, and he knows Barb, so he wants really nothing to do with me. Oh, he wants a peanut?
Yeah, I can peanut.
You see his tongue? Can you see his tongue? He has a,
Oh, wow.
He eats like Mr. Woodward.
they have a very fleshy tongue that helps that beak. See his tongue? I don't know if you can see it, but it's real interesting. They're very strong birds. They're very strong flyers, and they're used a lot. They have been used a lot for the feathers for decoration, but actually the most damaging thing to macaws has been the pet trade, because there are lots of them that have been captured for the pet trade. Almost all of the animals that we brought in today are not on the endangered list, so to speak, but they're in a lot of trouble for various different things. People keep a lot of boas as pets. The big rage this year is our snakeskin shoes and belts and so forth. And the big snake that we brought in, those are used a lot in belts and shoes and boots. So you might want to think about that the next time you see those snakeskin boots, you know.
Do you want another peanut?
Oh, does he want another one?
Spike.
Yeah, it could be Spike, you know. It's true, especially, it's really bad this year because snakeskin is on everything. People are really buying a lot of it. And people like to use macaw feathers for hats and for, for decoration. But with these guys in particular, it's mostly the pet trade. People buy exotic pets and they don't know really what they're getting into. This is a hard bird to keep. First of all, he eats quite a bit. He's very noisy. He needs some room. He needs a large cage to move around in. And people don't realize that when they buy these things as pets, they don't want to live alone either. They would rather have company. And so a lot of times they get neurotic.
He does look like he's a little nervous a little bit.
He's not too bad with Barb. He would be worse if Barb weren't out here and he were just with me. But he knows her.
That's pretty neat. Yeah. Question again, yeah.
Has its wings been clipped, or does it still fly?
Has the wings been clipped?
One of his has been pinioned. A lot of times, birds that are raised for pets, or like this one was hand raised at another zoo, when they're very young, they'll just remove the tiny end part on like on a chicken wing. That is just permanently removed, so you don't have to keep clipping their wings all the time.
Well, I'd like to thank you very, very much. This is like, and I feel like Johnny Carson truly, all the animals coming out like that. And it was a neat thing that the snake was big, and that's a pretty big bird. And, any special things coming up in the zoo this summer that you want to mention now?
We have I think the closest thing we have is the Easter egg hunt on April Fool's Day, which is kind of weird, but it's April 1st is the Easter egg hunt. And right, and it'll be for kids from 3 to 8, and it's the regular zoo admission, and it starts at noon.
Oh.
And then we have different things through the summer, like Zoobilee and Jazz Zoo. So just watch the paper. But the Easter egg hunt's the first thing coming up.
Oh, well. Thank you very much for coming on tonight.
Thank you.
We enjoyed it a lot, and learned a lot about the animal. Talk to the animals. Talk to the animals, yes. Thanks again very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Stage hand to help you out.
Yeah, okay.
Should I put the lid on this over here?
Sure.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay. We have a Tony.